What's up, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I just want to make a quick video before I, go to work and, live my real life. But I'm on the internet, and these people are just. I should have seen this shit coming. I should have seen this coming. For the last 3.5 or so years, as an Xbox gamer, you were shamed for enjoying the Xbox, whether it be the exclusives, whether it be the console. You're playing the less inferior version, and you got 720p, 900p. I can count all the 1080p games on my fingers, shit like that. Understandable, right? That didn't deter most of us from enjoying like the console and the games we like to play. But I've been seeing this coming, right? Remember when PlayStation had the power, but the Xbox kind of had the games, the exclusives that were coming there was the years where I remember a year where I think the PlayStation games that only really launched was I think Drive Club and I think what else came out earlier in that year, and then after that I think Drive Club came out in that October. I don't know what else game came out like that year that was like exclusive or a big name for PlayStation that year. And I remember that was the same year that the Xbox was getting like pretty much all the games, all the games that are old now, and I remember the year the Order came out. I think the year the Order came out, they had like with the Order, I think did Bloodborne come out that year of 2015 and whatnot. But the Xbox still smashed that year in games too. So it's now April 1st, and the Xbox has so far released one exclusives in that 4-month period, because we just came off of a holiday season that a 2016 and a holiday season that featured ReCore, Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4, Dead Rising 4, also featured earlier in the year Quantum Break, and I believe some other small titles and whatnot. So we're now into the new year. We've gotten Halo Wars 2, and there's been some great third-party multi-platform games that are also available on the Xbox One that came out. That's been giving a lot of us gamers, time to enjoy the games that we have. But apparently that's not enough, because we haven't had 3 to 4 Japanese games that just like released in a matter of 6 weeks, because the Xbox didn't have that. Meant the Xbox didn't have any games. Because all we got was Halo Wars 2 as an exclusive, even though between that time frame there was about like 25 games that came out. They just weren't Xbox brand games, I suppose. All right, so let me get the point on my video. These people have been changing the narrative. It was always about power and resolution and the lack of 1080p games on the Xbox One. Even when we were getting games, people were poking fun that they weren't native 1080p. I remember those Quantum Break, remember Titanfall and all this other stuff. They weren't native 1080p, so the people weren't saying anything about the lack of Xbox games. People were poking fun at the lack of 1080p games. All right, that finally started to die down, and then with Scorpio on the horizon, that completely shut the fuck up. Ever since E3 of last year, pretty much, the notion of games started to come in. Oh, Xbox only got Gears, Halo, and Forza. Xbox ain't got no games, And it's crazy because that's around the same time that PlayStation 2016, I feel like, was the drive PlayStation really started getting their games, where PlayStation really started hitting its core, where you got games like Uncharted, and you had what else came out? Bloodborne. You got freaking obviously Horizon and stuff. Really starting to hit the stride. Now that PlayStation's starting to hit its stride with quality games that aren't multi-plat, right? That aren't multi-plat. Now the Xbox has no games, and it's now all about games. We're real gamers now. We don't care about resolution or none of that. We're gamers now, and I'm playing on the place that has the most games, and that's PlayStation. Scorpio. Every week there's some sort of news confirming that Scorpio, all right, it's a legit 4K beast. It's going to do 4K games natively. It's going to do 4K games natively. And nobody really just wants to accept, like, oh shit, this is going to be pretty cool. Like, we're going to be able to get 4K, like natural 4K games on our console. We're going to have a 4K machine that plays 4K games. You don't have to buy a PC, right, to get this stuff. and nobody wants to accept it. It is so bad. This is why I don't let Fanboys run my channel. You got One Stop, who his channel is completely run by PlayStation fanboys. It's completely run. And no matter what Xbox news come in, right? He is so fucking biased that he can't accept if it's when good news come. He has to find a way to, this ain't good news. Nick, people are really complaining about Forza Motorsport 7 possibly releasing. Another, you get Forza, I don't want another Forza. Forza come every year. My God. Forza Motorsport. Why is Forza the only sports game that can't be annual? That it's a complete crime to be annual. You get Madden every year, 2K every year, FIFA every year. You get fucking Call of Duty every year, and that's not a sports game. That are gracefully welcome and accepted annually. But Forza Motorsport, a racing game, which is a sport, can't come every year. Even though they mix it up for you, try to mix it up. They give you 1 year, all right, we're going to do the pro simulation game, and then the following year we're going to give you the arcade, break it up for you. So you have 2 years with your sports version, and then you have 2 years with the arcade version. You know, and have fun, the open world racer and stuff like that. Get down, man! I don't want another Forza. It's shit like that. I'm like, really? But you will take 2K every year, little to no changes. Madden every year, absolutely no changes. FIFA, I don't play soccer. You in Call of Duty, everybody complains about Call of Duty every year. Every year, that shit somehow still manages to sell like hotcakes every fucking year. Even when it's on this negative, on a decline, it still managed to outsell many other games that came out the year that Call of Duty releases. It's freaking ridiculous. But no, Forza releasing is bad for Microsoft and Xbox. Even though Gears of War and Halo, they come probably every 3 years. They don't even come biannually for the most part. You may get like a mini series with Halo, like the games that aren't first-person shooters and shit that may come. Halo, Gears, Forza. So I'm like, what happens when those games aren't coming? Oh, the Xbox just doesn't have any games at all because we're gonna disregard every game that's not named Halo, Forza, or Gears. That's what's going on. They disregard, if it's not, even though they complain when it's a Halo, Forza, Gears that comes, they ignore the fact games that are coming that aren't Halo, Gears, or Forza. So now we got Scorpio on the horizon, which has a great deal of third-party publishers with big third-party games that are going to be running on a Scorpio native 4K, and it's kind of worrisome to some people because some of those games are PlayStation branded, or PlayStation has seemed to have the marketing rights, but the best place to play these games on are going to be on a Scorpio or a certain rig you build if you have the proper equipment in your rig to do it, which is incredible. So now people say, "Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 is supposed to be like the game this year, the game." Multiplex and Forza. That's the complaint now. Multiplex and Forza, dude. It's a 4K machine, and they want to display the best. That they want to display that the games running on their machine will be the best looking. It doesn't matter if it's an exclusive. It doesn't matter for third party. You want to show third party games because you want to show that third party is behind your product and that they will be supporting your machine. So, but people have a problem with that. So people are going to, what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to fight the power argument, and they're gonna be in super denial with these 4K resolutions and shit. They're gonna be in super denial because all they're gonna keep throwing at us, they're gonna throw Persona 5 and fucking Neo and fucking Nier, which they may be great games, but they're not graphically impressive at all. The best looking game I've played so far on the PlayStation 4 has been games such as, I love Uncharted 4 was pretty cool, even though I thought it was a climbing simulator. Horizon Zero Dawn, awesome. And Until Dawn, still one of my favorite games there. But none of these, all those rapid releases, I'm sure MLB looks good. It's a sports sim. Oh yeah, MLB comes every year, but we can't complain because it's a PlayStation exclusive, so we can't complain. even though those games, those Japanese games that everybody's saying are using in their high scores on Metacritic, yeah, Xbox ain't got shit, PlayStation has this. They're using that to combat Scorpio and what games are going to look like on Scorpio. So games running on Scorpio is going to shit on on games running on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, and of course the Xbox One. And honestly, isn't there some data showing how many PC gamers are actually playing in 4K? True PC gamers will tell you realistically, some cards struggle to get you 4K 60. Nobody's building a 4K PC at $500. A 4K 60 frames max settings PC at $500. It's not happening. And I said this, I think a year ago. I said Xbox One Scorpio will be the most inexpensive way to get 4K, and I'm saying this now, 4K 60 on gaming. Like 4K is going to be the cheapest way. It's going to be the cheapest way. And I have a ton of videos. I might make a playlist that kind of just lines up right. But all this Xbox hate, all this games, oh Xbox ain't got nothing, it's dry. Apparently, Xbox has no games, but yet constantly gives out better games for free than the platform that has the best games. Why? How does that work? If you think about that, I think somebody said PlayStation games average out like to be like an 87, 88 Metacritic between all their games. With all those games scoring so high, how is it possible that none of those games become a PlayStation Plus games through the 4 years of PlayStation? We're giving on that case compared to y'all, Xbox has been giving us duds and merely average games. But I digress. Scorpio is like what 2012 was to like to 2009. You know, when in 2009, 2008, everybody thought 2012 was the end of the world. That's how some of these people are feeling when it comes to Scorpio. It's like these people that's been riding the Xbox hate and the PlayStation nuts. You got people that have PlayStation fanboys running their channel. They're afraid. They're afraid because the narrative about to change. Something's going to change where they either have to kind of, are they going to be able to stick through that wave? Are they going to be able to stick? Because remember all the neutrals and stuff. Remember the wave to being a neutral, the wave to get on YouTube is to be against the Xbox, right? How is that going to survive this? How is it going to survive the year of the Scorpio? It won't. It won't. And these motherfuckers are scrambling. They're looking for anything. And crazy thing is, I tell everybody I am the best bot, right? I'm completely biased, but I'm somehow the most unbiased of all these motherfuckers on YouTube. You know why? Because even though I will tell you I like Xbox and there's nothing that's going to stop me from playing it because I love the community, I love the games, and I love the features, I can still find time to tell you the PlayStation games and the whatever Nintendo has that I love about it and be sincere and honest about it. But the thing is, when I do that, I'm not allowed to tell you the bad things or the things I dislike about PlayStation games or whatever the PlayStation has to offer. But I do tell you the good. People want me to bash Xbox because if I bash Xbox, it means I'm not a corporate slave. I'm not damage controlling. But because I don't come around criticizing every move that's done and I'm not wasting my time bashing it, I just tell you about the things I like and what I'm looking forward to. It means I'm bad for the community. No, it's stupid. It's stupid. And so from now onward until next week, I'm fucking throwing fucking darts at all of you. And I can't wait. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. I gotta go to fucking work. And I'll talk to you guys on Twitter. Peace, bitches.